They said I ruined their brother's future and called me a disgrace, a manipulator, even before I became his wife. But none of them expected the decision I was forced to make. I never imagined that falling in love could cause so much chaos in my life. For 3 years, I had been with the man who is now my husband. We loved each other deeply, and I believed that was enough. But in his family, love was not the only requirement. He was the only son, with 2 younger sisters who had always been the apple of their parents' eyes. From the very beginning, they disliked me. They whispered behind my back, rolled their eyes during family gatherings, and constantly reminded their parents that I was not good enough for him. When I found out I was pregnant, my heart was torn between joy and fear. I wanted to celebrate the life growing inside me, but I also knew his family would see it as a scandal. The moment the news reached them, their reaction confirmed my worst fears. Instead of congratulations, I was met with cold silence and harsh words. His sisters insisted I had trapped him on purpose, that I was a disgrace. His parents nodded along, calling me irresponsible and immoral. My husband tried to defend me, but every word he spoke only seemed to make things worse. Arguments erupted every time we visited. His sisters spread rumors, twisting the truth to make me look like a manipulator. They told relatives I had ruined their brother's future and even claimed I was using the baby as a weapon to secure my place in the family. Each lie cut deeper than the last. I reached a breaking point. Nights were spent in tears, wondering if I had made a mistake by staying. My husband held me close, promising that we would get through it together, but even he was exhausted from being caught in the middle. The weight of their disapproval was crushing us both. Finally, there was a confrontation that could no longer be avoided. His sisters invited us over, pretending they wanted to talk, but it turned into an ambush. They accused me of destroying their family and turning their brother against them. I sat quietly for as long as I could, but when they crossed the line, I spoke. My voice shook, but my words were steady. I love your brother. I will love him for the rest of my life. I will love our child with everything I have. And I promise to respect this family no matter how you see me. But if you cannot accept me, then I will walk away. I will raise my baby alone, and I will never ask for anything from you again. The room went silent. For the first time, they saw me not as an enemy, but as a woman willing to sacrifice everything for love. My husband took my hand, his eyes filled with determination. If she goes, he said firmly, then I go too. That night, we made the hardest decision of our lives. We packed our bags and left for a new city in Switzerland, far away from the noise and judgment. It wasn't easy. We struggled to build a new life from nothing, but for the first time, we were free. There were no whispers, no accusations, only us, preparing for the arrival of our baby. Months later, we heard from his family. They reached out with regret in their voices, realizing they had pushed us too far. Whether or not I could forgive them was a question for another day. But as I sat in our small apartment, holding my husband's hand and feeling our baby kick, I knew one thing for certain. Love and courage had given us a new beginning. Looking back, I realized that love is not just about romance. It's about standing together when the world tries to tear you apart. Family opinions, jealousy, and misunderstandings can shake even the strongest relationship, but if 2 people truly trust each other, nothing can break them. To every couple listening, never let outside voices decide your future. Protect your love, respect each other, and remember that building a life together requires courage. The road may not always be easy, but when you face it hand in hand, love will always find a way to win. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope it gives you strength, hope, and a reminder that true love is always worth fighting for.